Tony was being chased by some men to his house. Whilst these men came into the house asking for his presence, his sisters Ruth and Angel said they've not seen him. They threatened to destroy and burn down the house, and the girls still insisted that they've not seen him. They went, and before they left, the boys asked the girls that they need to make sure that their brother paid their debt, or else the next time they come to this house, they are going to destroy everything in this house and everyone in it. The girls promised to deliver the message to their brother. And then the boys left. Immediately, Tony came out from his hiding and told the girls, "You guys did so well by protecting your only brother. Thank you so much. But that is not the case. Yes, I'm owing these boys and we need to work hard and pay the debt." Ruth was like, "Well, you are the one that went on to borrow the money, so you need to find how you're going to pay." Angel also said, "Well, you know, any money I get is for my upkeep. You know how I do my things. I need to look good to attract men." Ruth was like, "Well, that is you people's business. I am going out there to hustle." Ruth said, "With your dressing, we know how you hustle." Angel and Ruth wanted to get into a physical fight, and Tony shouted at them. I said, "Well, this is not a time for that. You both are crazy, and you know our condition. We need to make a living. You need to pay this debt to us. The landlord is also after us. If not, we'll be thrown out of this house. I alone cannot make this money. You two are grown women now. You need to make sure you go out there and hustle and support me." Ruth said, "I have been doing my best. I don't know about Angel." Angel said, "I have been doing my best for myself. I don't know about you two." They wanted to get into another argument, and Tony stopped them. Then Tony went to work one day. Luckily, there was this client who came in and said he wants someone to take care of his crippled sister, and the person will be given an amount of 300,000 naira a month. The amount was so juicy, Tony could not resist. And the amount was also so big, Tony had to ask so many questions in regards to the job the person is coming to the house to do. "You mean just to take care of your crippled sister, and you're going to pay such a huge amount? Are you sure you're not going to kill the person?" The stranger said, "Well, no, I just need this person to take care of my sister. I need so much work to be done by this person. Take care of my sister and make sure she's able to work again whilst I do my work. That is all I ask of this person." Tony said, "Don't worry. I have someone special who does this thing and very good with people. Don't worry, give me your contact. I'm going to call you back and give you that person's contact." Tony went home and then called his two sisters, Angel and Ruth. With this serious meeting, he told them that there's this job he wants them to do. He doesn't want the person to go into the house only, but also go to the house and seduce this person so that the person can fall in love, because he knows this person is rich. For him to be able to pay 300,000 a month just for a caretaker, I'm sure he's very rich. The two sisters were excited. Immediately, Angel said, "I am the one perfect for this job. You know how good looking I am and how men flunk over me. I'm not sure about Ruth. With the way she dressed, no man will fall in love with her." Immediately, Tony said, "Well, I know what you mean, but you're not a person for this job. The last time I sent you to do a job like this, you were thrown out of the house in less than 1 week. You have flaunted yourself all over the man, and he threw you out. This job is not for you. Ruth is the perfect candidate who can do this work. I want her to go in there, secure this bag for all of us before the end of these 2 coming months. We need to make sure we get a huge amount to be able to pay our rent." Ruth said, "How much do you believe in me so much? I can't do this job. Angel is the perfect person." Tony insisted that Ruth should go and do this job. Angel, on the other hand, could not see anything because, after all, The elder brother did not believe in her after the last time she failed. So Ruth got prepared. 2 days after, Ruth was sent into this man's house. The man's name is Paul. Ruth introduced herself to Paul and said she is the caretaker to take care of his sister. Paul then introduced Ruth to his sister called Grace, who was in the wheelchair and also have speaking impediment. Now Ruth got acquainted in the house and she started doing her work. She always comes back to the house every day, goes back in the evening. Then she got closer and closer to Grace and they both became very friendly. Ruth was doing her work diligently, sometimes also prepare food for the household, clean the house, make sure she's there for Grace. Then one day, Paul was jogging on the street. Whilst he was jogging, there came Angel. Angel was also jogging. Angel approached Paul and said, "Good to meet you. I've been seeing you jog all the time and today I said, let me say hi to you." Paul was hesitant immediately, but later on felt Angel was a cool lady. They both started jogging together. After the jogging, they exchanged numbers and became friends. Paul went on the first date with Angel. The conversation went smoothly and Paul was like, "Well, I think you are a good person." They exchanged good conversation on cars because Paul deals with cars. Angel did her investigation well and did everything that Paul loves. Then one day, Paul invited Angel over. To her surprise, Ruth saw her sister with Paul. This could not be it. She couldn't believe that her sister was with Paul. After their dinner, Ruth asked Grace if Paul is into women like this. Grace said yes. Women with tattoo, women with good looking, women who dress skimpy, just women like this lady called Angel. Ruth could not believe it. Ruth went home angrily, met his brother and lamented towards the brother. Tony also could not believe it and said, "Angel, you want to spoil things for us. How dare you contact Paul and become his friend or even girlfriend?" Angel said, "Well, it seems Ruth has been there for a month and she's not able to do anything. So I thought of it to step in and do the job. Paul is a good person. I think he's already interested in me." Ruth said, "How do you know he's interested in you? You met him less than a week ago." "Well, you can see the difference. He has already promised to give me some amount already." Tony could not believe it. Tony said, "Angel, you are going to spoil this thing for all of us. Allow Ruth to do her thing in peace. She is almost dead." Well, all the conversation fell on deaf ears. Angel has already stepped up her game and said, "Well, you're not going to stop me. I like Paul, not only for the sake of extorting money from him. I really truly like Paul." Ruth could not believe it. Tony could not believe it. Next day, Ruth has to change her dressing. She's no more dressing like a tomboy. She dressed like a sassy young lady. Angel woke up and said, "You want to be like me so bad. I don't think Paul is interested in you." Ruth went to the house and Paul saw her different and said, "Wow, you look good. But why are you dressing like this?" Ruth said, "I just want to change my look a little." Ruth went to Grace and Grace was also shocked to see her in a different attire. Grace immediately said, "I know what you're doing. I don't know if my brother is interested in you yet, but I mean, you look good." Ruth was like, "You think I look good?" Grace said, yeah, you look good." In all of this, Ruth wasn't trying to make Paul notice her. Well, that did not go as planned. That same day, Paul came back to the house with Angel and they had so much fun. Ruth could not take it anymore. Ruth went back home and reported the same case to Tony. Tony again could not take it anymore, but Angel did not mind because she was enjoying herself in this new relationship. Paul and Angel relationship became very serious. Ruth was becoming more jealous and jealous. In all of this, Ruth also continued to do her due diligence with Grace. Grace started walking and limping on crutches. She's no more in her wheelchair. Her speaking has also become much better. And Grace realized that Ruth is not herself anymore. One day, Paul and Angel came back to the house. Ruth tried to confront Angel. Angel didn't want to have that conversation in the house. Whilst they tried to exchange a little insult. As they were trying to have this conversation, Paul heard everything they were saying. And in this regard, Paul threw Ruth and Angel out of his house. Ruth and Angel went back to the house. Tony was sad, angry at his two sisters while they spoiled all the plan for him. Now, Angel and Ruth were fighting, disgracing themselves, and say everything you want to be like me. Everything you think you can be like me. These were the words from Angel. Ruth also said, you think you are perfect because you dress like this and that. The two ladies were just fighting. Tony on the other hand was just tired of this because he's thinking they are going to sleep on the street of Lagos. He could not believe the sisters could not come into an agreement to do just one thing for themselves and them. Whilst they were having this conversation, he left them. Next day, Ruth and Angel stopped talking. They became enemies in the house. Tony, on the other hand, was sick and tired of them as well. Then the boys who Tony was owing came and arrested or took Tony away. The two ladies were confused. They went and begged Paul for some more money to free their brother. Paul gave them the money and they let free Tony. Now, along with the rent and other things they have to keep up and money and pay. While all of this, Paul was also not himself. He was sad and devastated. Grace one day went to the brother and have a deep conversation with him and said, I know you like Angel. You need to go for her. These are young women who want to make a living. They didn't harm me anyway, especially Ruth. She was very good to me in as much as she also loved you. If you love Angel or Ruth, go for any of them. I am with you on this. They've helped me so well. You can see that I can also welcome crushes now. Ruth has been nothing but a very good caretaker to me. If you love any of them, go for them. I'm here to support you. You love the family I have. Paul could not understand and also shocked that his little sister could speak so well. And few days later, he decided to go to Angel and Grace's house to have a conversation with them. Angel and Ruth were there, not talking to each other. Tony was also confused, devastated, only for them to have a visitor, Paul and Grace. Paul got into the house and said, well, I know you two were expecting me all along, but I was confused on who I truly love. In all of this, I love you so much, and you know yourself. Ruth was confused at first, but it was Angel Paul was referring to. Paul said, Angel, it is you I love. I know you came into my life as a result of your own plans with your family, but I truly love you and I know you love me too. Angel apologizes to Paul, Ruth apologizes, Tony apologizes. And Paul said, I forgive you all. Angel, come closer, let me have a hug with you. I love you. Angel apologizes again and said, I love you so much. Sorry for whatever I and my family has done to you. And Grace, thank you so much. You would never show any sign of hatred towards me. Thank you. They both hugged together.
Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recaps.